on a Tuesday evening, beautiful sunny evening here in London, and we are gonna dive into another session. Welcome to everybody out there. This seat is empty, but Celine is getting herself ready. She's going to be here. I just want to start on time. The Swiss in me wants to start on time. As you well know, I'm half Swiss, and therefore, you know, punctuality is my thing. Hello, everybody out there. Let us know where you are drinking from. Let us know what you are drinking. We'll throw the chat online so you can see the comments come in. Oops, I've got to turn my speaker off. Sorry. Chaos already. So hello everybody. Aiden, hello. Eskrmdines, yeah. Simpoi, ciao bro. Grayson Phillips just made it in time. Well done. I saw your message. Lulu's picture, salut, salut. Susanna from Finland, hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Tom Riddle, you bought a 347-gram Pua for $7. Let us know. Can that be any good? People drinking Diamond Twilight. I see people from Georgia. Oh, it's now moving fast. Netherlands, Hungary. Green Tea is asking if there's any giveaways this session. Who knows? It'll probably happen. From Bordeaux, from Gainesville, USA, from Kiel, Germany. Hello to each and all. Again, it's a bit of a random one. It was a bit last minute. We normally do our sessions on a Wednesday, but we're actually going away tomorrow, so I couldn't do tomorrow, and we missed last week. So I thought, you know what, we've got to keep the ball rolling. So we have made sure that we did one today. So sorry if you're watching this afterwards because you've reserved Wednesdays for these sessions. No, it can be random. We'll try and stick it on Wednesday, but if we've got stuff to do, then we'll try to make it another day. So hello to everybody out there from Yorkshire to so many. From hello, Harib from Nad Al Hamar. So from Yorkshire to Nad Al Hamar, Gainesville, Florida to be exact. For Brian, lots of people out there, Denmark, Slovenia. As always, the global tea head community is representing. And so we are today going to be, amongst all the other madness that we normally get on with, we are going to be tasting some samples today. So for those of you who don't know, we taste many, many samples. I'm not counting anymore, I've given up, but close to around 1,000 samples every year to select our Mayleaf range, which usually is about 80 or 90. And so we have scouts that do lots of pre-sampling for us. So to get to our range, you're probably looking at around a few thousand teas. But now that we have finished the spring tea sampling a couple of months ago, we are now in Yencha sampling. So we've got lots of Yencha sampling to do. But I'm always thinking about next year. And howdy.
Howdy.
Say hello to Celine.
Cheers.
She's up. What have you got there?
I had to put makeup on because I came down and Don was like, okay, you looked white, so I'll see you in a bit.
She was basically sleeping with
I couldn't. I told you before I went off. I was
you were
like,
knackered.
oh.
She was sleeping with Aya, putting her to bed and sleeping with her. So she's just waking up. What are you drinking?
Mulberry
Mulberry.
latte.
Okay, mulberry latte.
Just felt like that it's just so good because you don't need to put much sugar in it. It's already sweet, like naturally sweet and creamy. Anyway, it's a great.
If you've not tried
caffeine-free.
mulberry, caffeine free. It's like matcha but caffeine free, and it has got that puddingy quality to it.
Yes,
Really
exactly.
like vanilla pudding quality to it in the texture and in the taste. So anyway, as I was saying, whilst we're in the sort of off season, although we're tasting yenchas, and then in about a month's time, we're going to be getting loads of autumn teas coming in. So this is a little bit of a quiet time, but we take this opportunity to start to prepare for next year. So I like to use this opportunity to vet new scouts, new producers, taste their teas from 2023, even though we know we're not going to buy any of them. We just want to sort of cross off a list, create a short list of new producers that we are going to be contacting next year. And so I have here some Luan Guapian, 4 samples of Luan Guapian from a supplier. I've got some Jin Jun Mei over here, and I've got some Matcha over there. So we're just going to dive in and do some tastings.
You're going caffeine free. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, this is going to wake you up for sure. So we've got Luan Guapian here. As I said, we've got our 2023 Luan Guapian. We're not going to be buying any of these, but it's a good way for us to see if this producer of Luan Guapian is any good.
Is it the same
Because
producer?
same producer,
Okay.
4 different grades. You can sort of see which is the best grade to the less good grade, even though I don't know the prices. I will show the camera here. Well, although you can see it quite well, but I'll show it here. Right, what are we looking for when we're looking for Luan Guapian? Well, Luan Guapian is a very interesting tea because it's a green tea from China, but it uses much larger leaf picking, as you can see, much larger leaf picking. Pretty much an oolong picking. So they wait until the bud disappears and then they pull the larger leaves and they intentionally rip it so they don't get any of the stem. So they rip the leaf and then it goes through multiple processes. It goes through withering phase, it goes through wok firing to do the kilgreen process at different temperatures. And then, I'll pull it back to the other camera. People are complaining about the camera. And then it is charcoal baked. So it's wok fired across multiple temperatures over usually wood fired woks. It's then charcoal baked to dry. And then it goes through a very unique process called pulling fire process, where they pile the leaves up and they literally take 2 men and they bring it over a very hot fire for a split second. They just do that and then they walk off.
Wow.
Then they move the leaves around and they do it again. And they'll repeat that for like an hour or two. So like 60 times.
Little dance.
Yeah, 60. And we will, and that's called pulling the fire. And so it's a very different style of tea, Luan Guapian. It's extremely different from other Chinese green teas. Larger leaf, really very much based upon the larger leaf has more starches, so you have a more starchy quality to the tea, but also it's all about the fire for me. When I'm tasting Luan Guapian, I
Yeah.
want it to have a fiery taste, not burnt, but a fiery taste, right? And
What's that mean then? Not
well,
bad.
it's not, it can't have too much of a it can't have a scorched note. It can't have too much of a baked note. It's got to almost just like have this sort of, you know how you have noodle dishes in China that have that wok hei in
Yeah.
China or Malaysia, where it's like it's got a scorched quality. It's almost got like this fiery breath
I
to
call
it.
it like a noisette kind of
Yeah, but
vibe.
it's almost more than I mean, it is a taste and it's aroma, but it's got like a fiery quality to it. So it's all about that heat. And so, well, that's what I'm looking for. So one of the big no-nos, I'll tell you in advance since we're going to be tasting these. One of the big no-nos is a Luan Guapian, which is too green. Another big no-no is a Luan Guapian, which is too which doesn't have enough starchiness.
Yeah.
And when I say starchiness, I'm talking about like cheesecakes and
I was gonna
graham
say
crackers
creamy.
and biscuits.
Oh,
No, more starch.
I like
And
it.
even maybe
That's
potentially a little bit of root vegetables and potatoes, like sort of baked potatoes. And it's got to have the fire. I need
Yeah.
to taste that it's been pulled over fire. So we shall see. Yes, there's a new tea pet in town,
Oh,
given
shout out to Yutsen.
by one of our team members.
Her parents.
Where
got
did she
that.
buy this? In
Her
China?
parents, yeah.
Bought it in China.
They came from China. The first time her dad's been in Europe, and they bought us that.
And check this out.
And it's really cool. It's like my favorite tea pet right now.
You've got to check out how it changes color. It
Yeah.
is special. All right,
stunner.
so let's get our 4 flute brewers. Yes, Alfred is not scary. Everyone who's talking about Alfred, you know,
Alfred.
Alfred is scary.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I did the drawing, so you colored it, and there is a whole series on the wall here. We could pull out others if you want. There's Harry,
It's
there's
gone big.
there's
this family.
Walter, there's Harry, there's I can't remember her name.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Can't remember her name.
Creeps me out the most.
There's a whole gallery now of monsters drawn by me and colored by Celine. If you want to see
Celine?
another, oh sorry,
Ayana.
drawn by me and colored by Ayana. If you want to see, there's Walter, Harry, Alfred. You've seen. Barbara is not really a monster. I can't remember her name.
Do you want us to bring some out? Or are you a bit too freaked out?
They're scared it's going to curse the session.
Let's face it, guys. It's always messy. There's not
It's
like.
always messy. No, I'm trying. You can tell. I'm trying to be a bit more professional here.
I have to
Right?
say, when I got here,
Look.
I was a bit like,
Look,
"Ooh,
it's
it's
a bit pro,
neat."
man.
Yeah.
Very pro. I'm gonna be like every movement is gonna be a little bit more considered.
Conscientious. No.
Yeah, conscientious. Okay.
I like that word at the moment.
So yeah, let us know if you want either. You've seen Alfred, so it's either Walter, Harry, or unknown weird woman that I can't quite recall. Anyway,
She
you-
looks like
you
she
let
could
us
be
know.
a Cruella style.
yeah, I can't remember her name.
Yeah.
And there's also an Asian-looking one as well, but
The mermaid
Kiara, no, it's on the floor. Anyway,
Oh,
let us know. Right, so we're gonna sample these.
so freaky.
And we'll see if they're any good. And of course, if they're good, then this producer will get onto our list of people that we're going to contact beginning of next year. Unknown weird woman. They want to see unknown weird woman.
Oh, which one? The Asian one?
No, the
Or-
one with the
oh,
gold earrings. Unknown
Uh-oh.
weird woman.
I'm so sorry. Did
Yeah,
I
let us
mess
know if
up?
the sound goes. As soon as the unknown weird woman appears, the sound is going to go and everything's going to go freaky.
This one?
Yeah, that's the one. Here you go. You can show while I.
I love how you had another drawing going on in the back.
I was describing
Okay,
a story there.
right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's the unknown weird woman.
And then wind woman. I love how you put it close up just to like
Yeah, you got it, like-
really get the impact.
Unknown weird woman. How are ankles today? My ankle
know
is
what?
pretty good, you know?
I'm sorted.
Yeah.
I'm actually sorted.
I'm
which,
actually pretty
like,
good.
I find amazing.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for
Yeah,
asking.
thank you for
For those of you following the thread of our injuries through
Yeah.
these sessions,
I
we
hope-
both injured our ankles.
I hope
But
everyone else that's had issues is okay too.
no, that's very kind of you. All right. Here we go. Do you want to check out this tea pet? I'm going to put this camera on because it's easier for me. Come on, work. Here we go. Here we go.
Alrighty. Oh, he's such a cutie.
Oh, Jade. Jade. Isn't
like-
that pretty?
I want something to do with Fireball for like a name,
Yeah, we've
but
got to
it's
come up
not
with a
quite
name.
right.
Fireball, then we've got to come up with a name.
Yeah.
All right, let's you can come up with a name. Everyone out there can come up with a name for this. What, I don't even know what animal it is. Sort of part dragon, part.
It's
I
the
don't know.
one that Yutsen said it was the one that you put money in and it doesn't come out. You know, the one that doesn't poop or something.
No, they all don't poop.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it. All right, so
Anyway.
this is number 1,
He's just cute.
number 2, 3,
Number 3.
and oh, that didn't sound good. And 4.
So sad.
Okay, let's have a snifter of these Yuan Guapian. Let's start with number 1. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Okay, I'm getting a lot of creaminess. I'm getting a lot of starch. I'm getting a little bit of fire, but I'm missing more fire. This smells of a very good. It smells a bit green to me. It smells creamy. It smells starchy. It's got some biscuity note. It's got like simple, like rich tea biscuits.
I
if
get a
you-
bit of shortbread. More
Shortbread,
than-
yeah, shortbread, yeah. So it's good. It's nice smell in terms of the starchiness. I'm missing the. Oh, you're kidding. Did the unknown woman mess up our
Are
stream?
you kidding me?
Video is stuttering.
Great.
You see, that's we're now establishing a trend. Okay, here we go. Number 2.
Yeah, it had a little bit of steamed artichoke note. as
Yeah,
well.
and this is similar. So very, very similar. The
Oh.
cultivar that's used for Guapian, there are a multitude, but the best ones are the old ones, as we know, seed grown. The one that we have, I think, is from 40-year-old bushes, seed grown. I think that the name of them, I can't remember. There's something funny about the name of them. Something like stupid cultivar.
That's a great one.
Something about stupid because it's like it's not consistent. They're like dumb because they're seed grown, and so there's variations. And maybe at one point that was considered a negative thing, and you wanted consistency. Now it's obviously sought after by people like us. So yeah, It's I can't remember. Ben something. Forgotten.
Do you get a bit of creme fraiche mixed with some hazelnut butter or something? You know, it's got
Yeah,
that.
and a slight bit of cherry, but not quite enough. But the main criticism that I have for these two teas and why I'm not particularly hopeful is I'm not smelling that pulling fire. And a lot of times producers miss that out because that's the hard one. That's the hard part. That's the bit.
Oh
Thank you,
no.
Lulu's picture, Bencha. You see, there's always somebody out there who knows their shizzle. So yeah, there is that pulling fire part is not that commonly done, and you can smell. I don't think it's been pulled,
Oh no, they skipped it.
and I think they've skipped it on all of them, and that would be a definite no-no
I
for
love how
me.
you're outraged, like, duh.
Yeah. As you get towards here, they become, that one's a little bit weaker, but that one actually smells kind of interesting to
Yeah,
me.
that
one
smells
smells
different.
like there's a bit of fire in there, so maybe it's that
That's
one.
interesting. Did you have them in order?
Yes.
But I think you switched
No, I didn't.
these two.
Did I?
Because I can't remember because I took one and then you took mine, and I'm not sure if it moved.
I think I didn't, but it doesn't
okay.
matter. We'll retaste them. You think my computer's doing high CPU usage? I have not got anything running apart from this, okay? Apart from this program, Restream, nothing else is running. So unless, look, if you want, I can try to invest in a new computer, but I don't know if it's going to work. If the stream is stuttery, then I apologize. All right, brewing temperature. What do you like to brew your Luan Guapian at?
90 degrees.
I agree. It's too hot at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the kettle? Oh, you heated it.
It was 98. Now that's 81. So
Sweets.
let's bump that up. Bump it up. So what's been happening in your part of the world? Let us know. How's your day been? What's going on?
Are you all having nice temperature weather?
Yeah, I can very happily say that today it was hot in London.
No monies today. Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I feel quite zen actually by this weather.
yeah, no, for sure. There's
But
just
it does feel like the end of the summer,
glow.
but it's like, yeah, exactly. Like when you get to that end of the day by
Yeah.
the seaside, or you call it, what was it? Happy hour? It's not happy hour.
Magic hour.
Magic hour. It
Yeah.
feels like that, but in the year, you know,
Do you
end
mean
of
in
the
the year?
summer, end of the summer
Oh,
vibe.
end of the summer vibe.
End of the summer.
Yeah, because
happy
normally if
hour
it was
vibe.
like 2 months ago, it would still be sunny outside. Oh no, Luca, we got rain today. We had none all summer. Well, then you're probably happy about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to brew these long ting.
I mean, I love the rain. It's good to refresh everything.
Don't jinx it. We've just had our first sunny day for a while.
It's true.
Properly sunny day.
It's true.
So yeah.
It's true.
What do you guys look for in a Luan Guapian? Do you look for that fire? Are you craving that? Do you know what I mean by that fiery hit? So tomorrow we're heading off.
Oh yes, we're off skis.
We're off skis only for a couple of days.
Yeah, to France to see my dad,
See the
my
dad
uncle,
and
to bring Ayana to the closest place to my dad, which is Disneyland Paris.
yeah. So we have succumbed. We are going to go to Disneyland.
Yeah, she's way too into princesses. I mean, you know,
She loves
in
her
a
princesses. You can't fight it sometimes.
Yeah,
So there you
she'll
go.
remember that we haven't done, we haven't done our best with that otherwise.
Yeah. So
It's like my friend who said she was hoping to have the bell dress all her childhood and she never got it and she remembers it to this day.
yeah, exactly. We don't want to be
So-
blamed.
No.
We don't want to be blamed.
Anyway.
So
it's a
Marco
good start.
Paolo, which is a great name.
That is a great name.
Marco Paolo says the mid-tone heavier flavors. I agree with that. I don't want a bright Luan Guapian.
Yeah,
I
it
really
makes
don't.
sense. Yeah. For
And
the
also,
bright ones, you want like Jade Arrow or
yeah,
something
I mean,
different.
listen, I want all my green teas to have some oomph to them, some savory quality,
Oomph to the
some
oomph.
sweetness to them. I don't want them to be all fresh and green, but especially with Luan Guapian, I want those
Notes.
heavier notes. So you can see the color of that one is different
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
different. It's definitely more on the yellow tones.
This is more yellow for
Yeah.
sure. I'm wondering whether or not
Interesting.
this is the only one that they've pulled.
Are you gonna say, "Hey man,
Hey man, you pulled that
you
one.
missed
didn't
out
the
on the other
ones."
one"?
Right, choose a cup. Now I'm putting this for poll here as well.
Yeah,
So do you like these cups? Samples?
I like that old school nature.
Talk to me, people.
Yeah, you guys say what
Do
you
you
think.
like the look of them? I'm kind of digging this shape
I'll bring them
because
up.
you know how I feel about knocking over cups, but it's not too bad, this one either.
Yeah.
Designs, which one do you like? Let's count this as 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me if you hate it. Tell me if you like it. And if you do, which one? Right.
They're all pretty nice, isn't it? That's why it's so hard
Yeah,
to
they
choose.
kind of have an old school appeal. It's a question of whether or not you want that old school.
I love old school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mum was very much like, that's too old school.
Okay, which cup do you want?
I'm gonna have this little one.
All right, so tea number 1. Cheers
you.
to one and all. Luan Guapian
Cheers.
from new supplier, new
Cheers.
producer. Oh, we're doing that? Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking we never do that. It's not very good.
They're all nice. I like them all. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Okay. I'll look back at the chat later. Cheers, everybody. 146 people watching us drink a Luan Guapian from a new supplier. We've got 4 of them, which means different grades. Fine, that's fine. A producer will have different grades, but they all smelt very similar.
Yeah. This
Right.
is
What are you going to say about this?
not my cup of tea.
Not my cup of Luan Guapian.
Yeah, not my cup.
Why not? Tell the people out there what's wrong with it.
It reminds me of a. Oh, that sounds really rude because it is quite a good tea. It's just it has
Be
the.
rude. It's not a problem. The producer's not watching. You're not watching, are you? Nah, you're not watching.
It has the flavor profile of a more basic green tea. You know, it's kind of got a little. Oh, I don't know how to call it, a fire to it, but it's not like how you look at it. It's much more. What's that gunpowder
Oh,
aftertaste?
you think it's got like a
A little bit of a.
uncared for firing?
Yeah.
I don't really get that, but what I get
The
is
aftertaste, yeah.
what do you get?
It's that bothers me. It's that
Really?
aftertaste, yeah. And a little bit like there's some big leaf pudding to it. Maybe that's what it makes me think of big leaf pudding rather than gunpowder. You know? That slightly.
So this tea, for those asking, is Luan Guapian. Luan Guapian, often translated as melon seed green. You could call it sunflower seed green, and it's a late spring picked green tea intentionally because they have to make sure that the leaf is larger. You want that starchiness. Ropocha says, I associate Luan with a creamy, viscous texture, almost like oil. And that is a very good point. And that's one of the big criticisms that I have with this tea.
It's not.
It's quite thin.
Yes.
It's refreshing. It's thin. I don't really get what you're getting in terms of the uncared for roast. I get very little roasting. I get very little fire, and I get a lot of meh, a lot of just whatever.
Bit basic.
It's basic. It's
Yeah.
very, very basic. It has no character to it. It's sort of an apologetic green for people who don't want to be offended in any way. And I have to say that I do think that Luan Guapian should raise eyebrows. If you're used to drinking like Anji Bai Cha, even Longjing,
Yeah.
and you drink a Luan Guapian, it should be a little bit like, oh,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
because it is different. It's that different picking, and it's that big fire process. So
100%. Did you rinse these cups before you used them?
why?
Because I thought I saw like little styrofoam bits.
No, I've used that one already. That's not.
Oh. So is it
Okay.
coming from the tea?
Number 2. Yeah, styrofoam tea.
Hang on. Let me just do this.
No, the insult, the pour off.
Soz. I told you.
And that's when I know she doesn't like the tea when she pours it off. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's hope that this is
Polite tea,
less polite.
Beth.
Yeah, let's hope that this is less polite.
Don't need polite. It's fine. Be a bit rude.
No, this is even more polite. This is like shaking somebody's hand, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it being cold and
Not bothered.
not floppy,
No,
floppy handshake.
Just like a little
Just a bit like
that.
just no gusto.
Let me do it.
There's no gusto in the handshake.
Like that.
Yeah, exactly.
know?
With that little
Yeah.
pinch you did. It's like, yeah. It's like, what? Just get in there and shake my hand. Don't,
Yeah.
You know,
There
it's a bit like, ooh, you know, it's polite. It's a bit scared of contact, you know?
Yeah.
So no, this is not. That's
Wow,
not happening.
I can't believe
That's
that was
worse.
weaker.
That's worse. Yeah, that's
I'm a
weaker.
bit shocked by that.
That's weaker.
Yeah.
I have a bad feeling we're moving down a line of lower quality.
No. Keep thinking about that one.
I keep thinking about it in the hope, but yes, you can rinse this tea. We didn't, but yes, you can rinse this tea. Okay,
Was
here
that
we
out
go.
of laziness?
That was out of forgetfulness.
Oh.
Right, you can smell the leaves.
Honestly.
Polite. Just nothingy. Oh, even less.
What is this? What is happening?
That
It's like
one's-
it's going down in levels. Honestly, isn't it? I get no taste in this now.
I haven't tasted it, but I
mean,
already smelt it.
That one is actually like so much better
Yeah,
in
this is,
comparison.
oh my god, that's water.
That's water. Bizarre.
Marco says a good Luang Guapian really pops with a non-fruity but juicy fullness with a touch of savoriness from the fire. I wish I had better words for the signature juiciness. I agree with you. I associate that juiciness with a slightly sort of cherried. I get like strawberry cheesecake and cherry cheesecakes, like sort of sweetness
yeah.
and juiciness.
I think our last batch was like that because I remember it
I hope so.
being very, cream cheesy, not cream cheesy.
Do we have our Luang Guapian here?
Yeah, I think we do actually.
I need to taste it
Can I
against
put
it.
it
Yeah,
out?
you can try and see if you can find it amongst all of the
Keep
piles
trying
of
to
tea.
organise.
Nopesies, this is not looking good for this producer. This is going to be a big for this producer, and then we can move on to another producer who's supplied us supposedly really good quality JJM. Let's see.
Supposedly. Hey, it might be, you know. Not this. I don't know if this is
Just
the right year.
this is the best one, and it went downhill from here. This one, even with that slightly more fiery smell.
There we go. Right.
This is not polite, but not good. This is just
It's not
a bit of an
cool.
like sharp character, like, but not with any wit to their sharpness. Just a bit like inappropriately sharp. Don't like that one.
Inappropriately
Yeah.
sharp. Yeah, I can. There are some
This
people
one,
that
try
know.
that. It's just like
Oh, that's the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, you do this. I don't know how much we put in.
nada, niet,
Yeah,
nothing.
but at least it's more interesting.
No, no. They can all disappear from my tea table. It's an insult to Luang Guapian. Unacceptable behavior. I actually thought that was a waste of our water. That's how I feel about that.
Oh wow.
Right, so we're going to brew up ours just to make sure I'm not going crazy.
I still think this was probably the best one out of the three.
Well,
I mean, 4.
we can disagree
Oh,
on which
you're not
one.
using this one.
I don't.
You're like,
I don't
I
want
hate
any
this.
of these.
Okay,
I don't want
fair,
any of
fair.
these. They can all disappear.
Fair.
Disappear.
I need to put it
Disappear.
away
Disappear. Bye bye.
from your vision.
You're offending my vision. Bye bye, little
Alrighty.
ones.
Alrighty.
So that producer is definitely on the do not bother list. And now take a look at this Luan Guapian.
All right.
And you should hopefully see that it looks quite different. You remember those, that was the other thing. When I saw those leaves, those big curled leaves,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be that big.
I was thinking the same,
Shouldn't
but
be
then I
that
thought maybe it's going to surprise us and be like the best book
Yeah,
tea
no,
ever.
no, it's always the hope.
Always the hope. Always the hope.
You see, it's still bigger leaf, but it's not so uniform. It's a little bit more like a little bit more varied in terms of color and in terms of size and smaller. Now, you know, a lot of people place a lot of emphasis on uniformity in the looks of tea, right?
Yeah.
You hear this a lot. Oh, but look, they all look the same. All of these
It's-
long jeans look the same.
Don't
And I'm always like,
bother.
that for me is
Yeah.
not usually that great a sign that they all
No.
look the same.
It's true. I agree.
Also, color difference. When you're talking about a flash firing, you're gonna have color differences.
Yes.
So,
That's true.
you know, all right, let's have a snifter of this one, and hopefully,
I saw a comment from Alexander Ehrman. Am
Yeah.
I saying it right? He's trying Antique Street Market. I agree with you. It's quite a shocking tea because you were saying you got a smiley face, like a smiley face, something like that. Which made me laugh.
I can't find it anyway. Oh, I'm having Antique Street Market,
And I
and I'm
had it,
smiling like a smiley face.
and I had it like last week with my colleagues, and it did the same thing to me. I was just so. It's just so nice to have a Guapian that's
Yeah.
got like such
Oomph.
texture, oomph.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you're like, great.
Don't
price.
sleep on good Huangpian. It's a
Oh, man.
bargain, a bargain. All right, let's have a sniff of this. Come on, please.
That's great.
Oh my God.
Oh,
World
this
of
is our
difference.
one. For a second, I was like, what is
Yeah,
this gonna be?
world of difference. Peppery,
Oh my
spice,
goodness. Let's
like
smell.
like cherry and black peppercorn cheesecake.
I was gonna say sweet corn.
I'm getting a little black peppercorn note in there. I like it.
Yeah, it definitely does.
All right, let's give it
Wow,
a
it's
rinse.
So much sweeter
I mean, it's just a
smelling.
world of difference. Forget about it. Forget about it.
Forget about it. This is a great one. I always do when we do sampling. I'm like, oh, I should do that with my team because that's such a great way
Yeah,
to
comparative is always good.
comparative. Just gonna remember.
Yeah, it's got that. It's got a little pepper. It's almost like reminds me of
Oh,
those
man,
Malaysian
so
peppercorns.
creamy.
Little Malaysian peppercorns
Malaysian
with some
peppercorn.
cherry cheesecake or strawberry shortcake,
Definitely
and
get
then the
strawberry
fire is there. There's fire in there. Quick question from Joey. Hey Joey, how you doing, man?
Oh, this is so much more like.
Quick question about
comfy.
hydration and tea. Is tea really hydrating, or because of the caffeine or something, is it dehydrating? It's not a dumb question. It's a question which we get asked a lot, and it is a myth that tea is dehydrating. Tea is diuretic, so it means that you will go to the toilet more, but it's not dehydrating. It is hydrating, so we can put that to rest. All right, let's brew it up.
Yeah, I'm not intrigued. I'm excited by this tea. I'm excited to have it.
Yeah, so am I. And then we're
cover
going to
my
dive
palate.
into these JJMs here. Now, the question is whether, can you keep your eye on that?
How long? Okay.
Let's wait 20
I'll-
seconds or so.
I'll do it my way.
Okay, so the question is whether or not you want us to try some Chinese matcha. Do you want us to try some Chinese matcha?
What the heck? Is he putting-
Do you?
What is that?
I've got some Chinese matcha that was sent.
Some weird labeling going on.
Yeah, so you got matcha A. So that's their best one, right? Must be, right? No. In China, matcha A means your lowest because matcha AA is in the house.
You gotta get matcha AA.
Got to be matcha AA, right?
Yeah.
No,
It's gonna be matcha A++. Like,
No. This is the one. Matcha AAA. Matcha AAA. That's the one. That has to be their number one quality. So I'm excited to try that. Hold on a minute. No, no, no. You got matcha AAAA.
Man,
Matcha AAAA.
that's ridiculous. It has to be stopped now. This
Yeah, I
like
mean, come on
A
now.
stop.
Stop this, right? What's going on? Oh no. Matcha AAAAA. And why not? Let's have matcha AAAAA.
I mean,
So when I saw that,
what the
I was like,
heck?
I don't even know if I want to open these
Yeah.
packets. Do you want to brew that intensely that long?
Oh my gosh, that was so
Darren,
funny.
do they sell car insurance too? Boom.
I'm so sorry
So
I messed
that's
that up.
so if anybody says to you, yeah, this tea from China is A grade, then you can say, well, that's like saying Z, right?
Yeah, because there's
So
a out there.
cheers, everybody.
Cheers, peeps. Oh man,
Hello.
that's it.
Welcome to the party.
That's amazing. No bitterness, just creamy, oomphy,
But fire.
fire.
Taste the fire.
Yeah,
I taste the
I
fire.
get it.
It's like I've been it's like actually a very, very scorching hot day,
Yeah,
right? And then you smell your clothes afterwards, and it's
Yeah.
like sun baked.
oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's that kind of me. It's not.
Oh,
It's not
my goodness.
roasted. It's not like toasty. Although there's a bit of that. It's much more about that like sun baked fire taste.
And can it be like you've gone to the sea and your clothes is drying, so it's got a little bit of that saltiness in
Yeah,
the
it's
air?
got savory notes. It's
Yeah.
got some saltiness. It's got some pepperiness. It's got some fruit. It's
Yeah.
got some cream. Lots
Yeah.
of cream. It's
Yeah.
got the starchy,
Cheesecake.
biscuity, cheesecakey quality.
Yeah. It's like if you add a bit of salt to a dessert, it's like perfectly, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just,
And that finish is so like juicy in my mouth. So
man.
yeah, we're not going crazy.
I
These
honestly
are
think
annoying.
like having a great tea where you're actually enjoying it is the most relaxing feeling.
All right.
You know, when you feel your palate filling up with
Yeah.
flavor and
Especially in the morning. I love that.
especially in the morning. That's so true.
I'm getting this. I want to say like green melon, but with like a squeeze of lime juice on it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
sweet, but a little bit acidity
That's
in the
true.
juiciness. All right, now let's see the difference between matcha A and matcha 6As. Let's just see the difference.
Yeah, let's go straight to
Let's go,
A versus the multiples. Can I also add? It reminds me a little bit. What do you want? It reminds me a little bit of fig leaves a little bit in the aftertaste as well.
Yeah, I get that. So we've got sync problems. Is that what's happening? Sync problems again? All right.
Oh, cool.
We're going to unplug the sound and plug it back in.
Okay, I'll do it.
It's at the back of this one.
This one.
No, the back of that box. The power.
Is that it?
Check the light. The front.
70%. Yeah, power.
All right. Are we back? Now, that might work. That might not work. I have no idea. But it worked. Seemed to work.
It did.
Can you find a little chashaku?
Yeah. Here you go.
All right. So,
You want a whisk as well?
no, I want to see them first. Yeah, now it's fine. Okay, so we've learned tricks. You see, we all learn something.
Always unplug and replug.
Plug it back in again. All right, so let's see the color of
No,
A.
just no. Just no.
Hey, hey, hey.
goodness.
This is matcha A.
It's yellow.
All right, calm yourself, girl. The offense.
Offended.
It smells bad as well.
For a second, I thought you were smelling me and going, oh, it smells bad.
All right, that's a big difference in color.
Okay, so A is
All right,
better.
look at them.
Like such a difference. But is it So what is that from China, did you say?
They're both from China. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's topping the Japanese.
Do you want to whisk up the
Yeah.
6As? Let's just whisk it up.
Yeah.
I know people don't want me to taste it, but you know, I wouldn't be doing my job if I wasn't sampling what comes onto my desk. And if the 6As is any good, then I will try the others, but I doubt it will be. A bad matcha smell. Beth wants to know what a bad matcha smell smells like.
Oh,
no problem. Okay, it smells like...
Oh no.
Wow.
Okay.
Smell this.
Didn't wash this very well, so there's some mulberry.
It smells sour, it smells acrid. It smells like... I mean, what I'm going to say actually doesn't sound that bad, but it smells a little bit like Lucozade. Has anybody had Lucozade before? Like glucose drink, sort of a little bit sour, orangey sort of quality, and metallic quality. So
Yeah,
like
it's kind of
metal and Lucozade.
And it has a bit of that, you know, when a green tea gets too old, it has a bit of that Mayflower thing going on.
Yeah, it's got Sakura thing.
It's got, sorry, Sakura.
This smells not very good.
It is very like Lucozade, like fake smell.
Yeah, it's got a Lucozade smell to it.
I mean, if you didn't know matcha, you'd be like, oh, that smells kind of interesting.
This one,
That's
it's got more umami, this one, for sure. And it's got a little bit of white chocolate and, yeah, white chocolate savor. And it's not bad, but it's not particularly...
Oh, so much nicer though.
So much
Come
nicer,
on.
yeah. But it's
Yeah.
still nothing
White
to write
chocolate.
home about.
White chocolate is spot on though,
Yeah,
with a bit of hazelnut on top.
let's just give it a go. Come on, man.
It sounds disgusting.
Come on, people. Don't, you know, China, it is possible for China to make
Yeah.
good matcha. I did
Yeah.
a video about it, so go check it out.
That's true. You did.
It is possible.
I don't know. You looked at me like, did you watch it?
I suspect... No, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, just.
I'm not going to
Taste.
judge it. I'm going to see what it's like.
Shall I bring you a cup so we can see it through the glass?
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. Look at that, green goddess. Check it out. That doesn't look too shabby. Added chlorophyll.
There you go.
I'm gonna guess there's chlorophyll added to that.
Why do you say that?
I don't know.
I
It
mean-
looks a bit too...
Dodgy?
Anyway, you try it. My guess is that's been played with. Do I even want to try it? No! Why did you... You should have said no immediately.
Look, it made me shudder. And I just wanted to see what you were going to do.
That is shuddering.
Yeah.
That is so bitter. It's persisting.
I hate that matcha so much with a bad.
Wow, that is a terrible matcha. I take it all back. They cannot make good matcha.
This is probably as bad as, you know, that last tea that you had last time.
Yeah, that's as bitter as that raw,
bitter.
gross puer that we had.
Oh, why are you putting it in front of me?
And it's got, can you taste that little aftertaste of like apple?
Oh yeah, like really, like old kind of yellowed apple skin.
Yeah. I think that's chlorophyll. I think that's chlorophyll. Okay, so there's a punishment. If we're going to play a game later, somebody has to drink another shot of that
Oh my
matcha.
gosh, I would lose. What kind of game? I mean, I'm down for a game, but like, it depends. If
Wow.
it's about knowledge and all that, I think I'm gonna.
154 people watching on YouTube, probably more watching on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We should have certainly tried the grade.
I don't even think that's gonna do it.
No, that was their best, and their best was so bad.
Yeah.
Quite shocking. Bense, you rude man. Rude. You want me to taste that A grade? There's part of me that's the sick part of me.
What?
Do a dab. I'll do a dab.
That's even worse. Why would you do that? What, you have to tell us the taste. Now you've tasted it. You have to tell us, what does it taste like?
It tastes like you've taken some old turnips. Old turnips that have just
Ew.
gotten like wrinkly. No, not rotten,
Okay.
but like wrinkly and soft and bendy. And you put it in like a really bitter solution, like some sort of chemical bitter. Like, what's bitter? That's a chemical. That's edible. I don't know. Like
citric acid?
no, like you've taken like what is that? Quinine. You've taken quinine solution and you've soaked old turnips in quinine.
What's quinine?
Quinine is the bitterness that's in tonic water,
Oh,
but like extreme.
Yeah. Oh,
extreme.
wow.
That is
Ooh,
horrendous.
that's horrendous.
That is a punishment and a half. And this is the thing: if somebody tried that and said, "Oh, this is A grade matcha," and somebody tried that, they would never drink matcha ever again in their life.
Ever.
Quite understandably,
Yeah.
for good reason. You should never
Yeah.
drink that.
No, never.
Bad almonds, yeah, bad almonds are bad. I hate
That's such a good
rancid
one, 'cause
nut
that I
for me
can't.
is one of the worst things when you're digging
Yeah.
into a bag of nuts and you get that bad nut. Oh my god, it annoys me.
It ruins your day, like for tasting. It actually does. It's
Yeah.
so intense. Happened
The
to me so many
persistence
times.
of bad nut in your mouth.
Why you?
Sick minds out there.
I
Anyway,
knew it.
yeah, that is truth or teabag material. That's truth or
Yeah,
bad matcha.
that-
That one that's terrible.
Okay, I'm not doing any game with that crappy
No,
one.
we have to. We're going to have to do a game later. Well, maybe.
With the a.
No, you've got to try the turnip
Oh,
turnip tonic water.
I might throw up. The other one I winced like crazy.
YouTube gold. All right, now then, we need Gongda Bays.
I thought you were organized.
You see, she's gonna have to criticize me. Are you
come
kidding
on.
me? Out of sync again? Okay, what is going on? People. Ay, ay, ay. All right, I'm doing it. I'm unplugging from here this time. Ready? And I don't know what to say, people. This sound thing's starting to annoy me.
We might have to stop showing you our creepy pictures
Yeah.
and see if that makes a difference.
Or should we get another one?
Oh, no.
All right, let's look at these contenders for Jin Jun Mei.
What are you looking for? What?
And I'm just
sorry.
holding Jin Jun Mei. I was hoping that you would hold some as well. Okay, here we go. We're going to go to this camera here, which people are moaning about, but we're going to do it.
It's so horrible.
Oh,
the-
come on,
the
let's bring it in
colour.
closer.
Oh, sorry.
So it is richer than this camera seems to suggest. Which one would you pick, just from looks?
I would pick this one.
Okay, interesting. A lot of people would pick that one, right?
Yeah.
Because of the gold.
Yeah.
But we know better than that you don't just pick because of gold, because often the gold is very weak. I
Maybe that one.
kind of think this
Yeah,
one
it's
has
got
the
a nice
most
mix.
balance to it.
Yeah.
But people are liking the buds. Let's see. JJM, always an interesting tasting.
Ooh. Ooh, it's full on like Turkish delight in the dry leaves. More than the other two, although this one has a nice level. This one is way too much in a way. Almost smells artificial.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
No, let's not hope for that, yeah?
Okay, so smell. Went straight up my nose. I'm going to be sneezing out a bud soon. Yeah, I've smelled lots of JJMs like this. It smells all right.
Yeah.
Burnt sugar,
A little bit of Turkish
a
delight.
little bit of Turkish delight. Not a huge amount, but it's there.
No.
A bit of rose and burnt
Yeah.
sugar.
Yeah.
Okay,
What about this one?
doesn't smell much.
You don't. I
Oh
smell
no,
full
hold on. I got it now. Very biscuity for me.
Yeah.
Chocolate digestive biscuits.
You don't get the Turkish delight, like
No.
almost artificialness to it. Really?
No, I
Interesting.
get a lot of chocolate biscuits on that. Joey, what is a Jin Jun Mei? People out there, talk to him. Talk to Joey. What is a Jin Jun Mei?
I love how you can't even. No, I need to.
Malty, as you'd expect from the
Right,
buds.
right.
So Jin Jun Mei is a relatively new black tea, invented in Tongmu in the 90s by some government officials that visited Tongmu and said, why don't you make your famous Tongmu black teas, but make it unsmoked and make it from the buds. They created this tea called Jin Jun Mei. It created a small amount. It went nuts. Everyone said, wow, it's amazing. It's incredible. It's the best tea ever. The government official went back and said, oh, this tea is incredible. And then they started to produce it, this factory by this one guy called Jun. And then they fell out. They wanted to patent it. They couldn't patent it. They fell out. Jun then left and he started making his own Jin Jun Mei at another factory. But basically anybody could make Jin Jun Mei as long as you make a fine looking black tea from buds material in that area. People are just throwing Jin Jun Mei on it. And it's one of the most expensive teas out there. It certainly is up there with the more expensive teas. But now that you've got a whole range, right? You can get Jin Jun Mei
So
that's
many
very
different
cheap.
types. Yeah.
Right? And not necessarily that bad, actually.
No, it's
very, very cheap. Now, a lot of people assume that Jin Jun Mei should be golden, like this. In our experience, the best Jin Jun Mei isn't that color, although you can get, there are no exceptions, there are lots of exceptions to the rule. And tends to be not even that color, tends to be very small buds.
Yeah.
But quite, and very glossy. Those are the two things I look for. Small buds, glossy, and has like an intensity, a richness of color. It can be gold, it can be brown, right? But there are many exceptions to that rule. There's
so
Meijan
many.
Jin Jun Mei, which is made from a particular cultivar, which breaks all those rules. It's big, it's not glossy, and it tastes amazing. So Jin Jun Mei just sort of has become a big catch-all term for fancy black tea from Tongmu area or Wui area of Fujian that's unsmoked and is expensive. So,
Very expensive.
you know, it's sort of lost all meaning a little bit. Okay, here we go. Let's... And that's why in our collection, I think you've got like 3 or 4 Jin Jun Meis, right? We've got...
Yeah.
We had Gleaming Brow, which I considered the sort of original Jin Jun Mei.
Yeah.
I should be more here to be more
Oh,
balanced.
yeah.
You've got a Sweet Spice JJM, which is completely different and has like this cinnamon spice to it.
Yeah.
You've got Cocoa Malt Queen,
Yeah.
which is very buddy, but is really malty
Really
and cocoa-y.
Cocoa-y, yeah.
And so
Ivy
yes,
Gold?
and yeah, Guy, there are many people that label their Jin Jun Mei like that as
Yeah.
well.
They love it. The AAA.
I would suggest that if you see AA, that
Forget
you
it.
just like, just stay away.
Yeah, clearly.
Stay away.
Especially if it's matcha, yeah.
No,
Test
but
it.
even other teas.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
hate-
samplers of Jin Jun Mei is like a lot where you kind of go, oh, is it going to be, you start to feel a bit down about tasting them because you go through so many that you're like,
Oh, we taste so many Jin Jun Meis
you know?
every year. Probably what, about 50 or 60?
oh, yeah.
50 or 60 Jin Jun Meis.
Yeah.
So
Makes
this
you
is
realize
just another
how much,
3.
how much they produce.
Truly. Darren says cocoa malt is aging into a nice citrus aftertaste. I've noticed that a lot with really good teas from Tongmu, that you get this fruit note suddenly appearing, especially in the aftertaste. And sometimes you can accentuate it by dialing down the temperature a little bit.
But when you pour water,
Yeah, when you brew. Tongmu means more to me now than JJM label. All those Tongmu blacks were MVPs. Look, Tongmu is just one of the best places to grow tea
Yeah.
on earth. Robin says, Sweet Spice JJM is probably my favorite JJM. Since the packages are quite small, I bought it 4 times, didn't have the chance to try the infamous Gleaming Brow. Gleaming Brow, if we'll find it again,
Yeah.
we will bring it out again. But like Gleaming Brow is reserved for what we consider to be the original JJM taste. Sweet Spice JJM is an amazing tea, but I would not consider it to be like the classic
Yeah.
JJM. I love it for its cinnamon
Characters.
spiciness. All right, let's do. All right, you want to start with that one? No, you start
No,
with that.
no, we start with that one. I was just gonna say, don't we do bigger packs of? Oh no, because that's a quite pricey one, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you want bigger packs, then do write to us. We can probably change it. It's just that I'm conscious of not like
Yeah, it's
it
quite
costing
pricey.
too much. Okay, this smells like every other very nice JJM that I've smelt recently. Lots of burnt sugar, a little bit of rose, lots of chocolate. A
Lovely.
very, very nice smelling tea. But my gut tells me it's not going to be characterful enough. It's going to be a really tasty, easy sipping, very enjoyable tea. But I don't know the price. But given the probable price point, that's not going to be enough for me to make a purchase.
I mean, it has a very sweet note to
Yeah,
it.
very sweet.
A little bit of those biscuits with raisins in it, with some Turkish delight on the side.
Yeah.
A little bit
Raisins,
of,
yeah, I get the raisins as well.
Yeah, it's
Dark chocolate covered
It's
raisins.
alright.
It's good.
Yeah,
Happy. But JJM,
yeah.
yeah.
sure.
This one, a bit more biscuity, but not,
Oh, way more biscuity.
but not. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't keep unplugging the audio for
Should I
everybody.
do it?
No, I'm not going to do it anymore, unless it gets really bad, because clearly it doesn't last long. Sound out of sync.
Oh
Oh
man,
my god.
this one is way more biscuity. Wait.
Plug it in the back. Wire in front of the camera.
Oh,
Okay, all right. There we go. We'll try again. Okay, so biscuity, but lacking richness again.
and lacking the rosy note,
Yeah.
a little rosy hint. I like a little rosy hint. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm less keen on that one.
Less keen on that one. This one's
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
And this one for me is I've smelt so many of these. Malty, but then there's something wrong with it, right? There's
Yes.
something wrong with it.
It's almost like there's too much of a wood note to it, like a walnut or something. Maybe it's a nut, like walnut outside of a walnut. You know what I mean? Like when it's just.
I would even go to say slightly rancid. Slightly. On the edge of rancidity. That's not a word.
I think it's a bit harsh to say rancid, but I know what you're saying.
It smells like the
There's
person who
something
made it
not-
didn't clean their hands.
Ew. Oh no, I don't want to drink it.
I smell the excessive human influence.
Ew. Oh. Now I'm imagining someone that went to the toilet multiple times and moved around the tea.
No, but what I mean by that is, okay, I don't mean that you got like toilet hands on it. What I mean is like it smells manipulated. It
Sweaty.
doesn't smell like that. It doesn't smell like it comes from quality plants. It smells like it comes from plants that are just young and nothing special. And it just smells manipulated.
And it has no vibrancy.
And I would say that about all of them. They smell manipulated.
Oh. Is that a new supplier? again?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Well, it's not a supplier. It's somebody who possibly might be
Wants to be.
a supplier.
Yeah,
quick,
American.
quick rinse.
Next.
Have a snifter
Mother-
of that one. We already know. We already know. People, we already know.
No. I mean, it's hot. It's on the edge. This is definitely the nicest smelling one.
Yeah, I can smell it from here. It's got more rose coming through.
Yeah. And I love that. I love a bit of rose.
Yeah, nice.
But it's almost like it's been added to it, and that I don't like.
Manipulated.
Nippy.
And I don't mean chemicalized. I don't, although maybe.
The rose is a little bit
Although
more
maybe.
strong.
There might be a bit of funk going on
They've
here.
done a good job. It's like just
There might be a bit of funk going on there. Smells like, you know what it smells like?
What?
They've baked it with like some rose petals
Yeah,
or something,
yeah.
just to sort of like throw in a bit.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
But it's going to be the best.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it lost the sweet notes of the raisins and the biscuit. It's kind of gone a bit like, what is it called when muted? That's
yeah,
it, muted.
it's muted. I wish that was muted.
I mean,
Come on, man.
there's nothing in there that's like making me want to drink it. It's kind of, oh, yeah. I saw this thing where this woman was showing the other half this cake, and it looked like a chocolate cake, fondant cake,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. It was grounded up coffee that was used up.
There you go.
And it reminds me of this.
Trickster tea.
Yeah, trickster tea, where you're like, oh no, that is not at all what I thought it was gonna be. You know.
Do we need to taste these? Come on then, let's do it. I tell you right now, these are all low quality bushes,
Oh my
not grown
gosh.
in the right terroir, and just manipulated to hell and back to try to make something that imitates a Jin Jun Mei. This is not good. So this is what you got to get through these producers, taste their teas, cross them off the list, never call them again.
This is a bit sweaty feet smelling.
Yeah, I smell the humans.
Smell the humans.
I smell the humans. You know what I also smell?
What?
A slight disinfectant quality to it.
I think,
Like
yeah.
a sort of hospital corridor,
Oh my goodness.
you know? I mean, not what you want in a tea, right? Especially if you're paying. I'm going to guess,
No.
don't know the price, but I'm going to guess that these are very reasonably priced Jin Jun Meis, right? Extremely reasonably priced Jin Jun Meis. We're going to give them one brew
Okay.
because,
What is up with today? Like,
No, it's fine. It's
thank
fine.
goodness
This
for
is-
that.
you know-
Yuan Guapian from our batch because
Should we pull out something that we actually know is good?
yeah, can we? After this, I mean, always try, even though that one I really don't want to. But
Marco says urinal biscuit.
oh,
those
you know
lovely
what?
little ones. Yeah.
That's actually pretty close.
Yeah, it is actually that
Yeah,
smell.
yeah.
That slight
Yeah.
that smell. Not with the pee, but
Not
with
with
the
the pee so much,
but with
but
the
like
urinal notes.
urinal
Yeah.
vibe
That is it. Well done.
Smell. Yeah.
Good job.
Wow.
So yeah, this is great. I'm loving this live session. We're really having some wonderful teas.
You chose them, man.
Hey, look, a lot of people say to me, I'd love to see you doing your samplings. This is what it's like. Every single day of sampling.
mean-
That's why I say to people, like, you got to taste so many teas to find, you got to kiss a lot of frogs to get your princes or princesses, and this is prime example.
You know what's funny is the last few years I haven't been sampling much with Dawn because, I've been looking after
Yeah,
Aya.
welcome back.
And now I'm going through it. I'm like, actually, I don't really miss it that much.
No,
I much prefer
welcome
you
back.
doing the selecting.
The librarian's footnote. That's a nice name, Ben,
That is.
for that one. Okay, cheers, everybody. This is going to be the
Cheers.
best.
Cheers.
Yeah, it's been played with.
100%.
Playtime.
Yeah.
It's not a bad
yeah.
play.
It's not a bad play.
Tastes quite
it's
nice.
done well. If
But
you
it's been
don't
played
know
with.
proper good tea and you've had like properly scented stuff, then this is gonna taste not so scented.
And I guarantee that when we ask them, has this been played with? They're going to say, no, it all comes from the purity of the Tongmu Mountains. They're going to talk a whole spiel about it. That's been played with.
What you did, you keep asking, but
No,
Has
they
it?
know. Just by asking, they know.
yeah,
The finish on this is just abysmal.
abysmal.
I mean, it's like,
Yeah,
why don't you just like run my tongue over with like a lawnmower? It's just scraped.
yeah,
It's a scraper. I feel like my tongue's been scraped.
and that's why I think it's been messed with big
That's
time.
been messed with.
Yeah.
That's chemical
'Cause
mess.
when it's proper good leaves and without the messing, you know, you guys know. You get the oiliness, you get the aftertaste, you get yum, smoothness. Oh, which one did you? This
Ben,
one.
played with, I'm saying. It's been played with. In other words, they've manipulated it, probably with something artificial, or just scented it. They've tried to get around it. This one's actually
one's the
not bad.
better one.
This one's actually better.
Yeah, that's better.
Better finish.
But
Better finish.
not enough high notes.
No, I mean, it's still not viable, but that is actually the better one.
Yeah, that doesn't feel like they've tried to up it in some ways.
Yeah,
They
at
probably
least they've
thought
left
that
it
was-
alone.
They thought that's their best one probably. I'm so sorry. That's
That's got some finish to it. It's got a little bit of like some zing and sweetness.
Yeah.
It's still drying as hell,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it's still pretty dry.
I mean, it's not good, but
No.
it's better. All right, last but certainly least. Amazing. It's like I'm forced to.
Oh, you're gonna say something gross. Wait. Let me just do it before you do.
It's definitely got that urinal in there.
Yeah, I'm good.
It's like I'm drinking
Not good.
a tea bag tea in a public toilet.
100%.
You know?
No, I was in the men's toilet.
That is men's toilet. Right, good. Very good. Lovely session. We're really enjoying this. Should we move all of these insults to our vision out of our sight?
You know, usually we give it a few rounds, but like that is not possible, actually. Not possible. Sorry, teas, but they've done you wrong. That's what I've got to say.
They've done us bad.
Yeah.
Any questions out there?
Why? I just emptied this. Why am I not putting it in there? This is called being lazy.
Any
again.
questions while we figure out what the hell we're going to drink? I mean, I assumed we'd get at least 2 infusions out of some of these teas, but nah. Padianic Star says, is it normal to have bad JJM? You know, to be honest with you, in recent years, yeah. I mean, it is pretty normal to have bad ones. Because everyone has been jumping on the JJM bandwagon for years, and they're just desperate to have it in their catalogue. So if you happen to come from anywhere that's producing black tea, you need to have JJM, and so clearly not really good, a lot of them.
My goodness, those, no.
Sorry if I'm burping, but that last one didn't agree. James, yes, sometimes we do. Oh my God.
I almost puked that up. Like, not legit, yeah.
Time for something actually good, maybe. Yes, that would be very, very nice.
How about Jade Star 7?
J-Star 7's nice, but I'm tempted to go a little bit more off-piste. I've never tasted men's toilet. Thank God I don't know that tasting note. Oh, lucky you.
Yeah.
How much GABA oolong is too much GABA oolong? That's entirely your own sensations. You will
can't
figure it
really know.
out. Do you know when is the
probably
last
feel
moment
it
to harvest
beforehand.
Angie Baicha? The last moment. I mean, it's an early harvest tea. You know, I would say any Angie Baicha it's later than sort of, I don't know, 10th of April would be something that I wouldn't, maybe 15th of April is something that I wouldn't really be focused on. But you can make it, I'm sure. Anything exciting in the works from the Bad producer? Been really enjoying their work. Well, the Bad is actually a combination of a producer and then somebody in Taiwan storing it in a weird way. So no, we don't have it.
to
We bought out
redo
all
that.
of their ones. What are some other good black teas?
That underrated ones.
I mean,
Forest
Con-
Jam, is that underrated?
Forest Jam.
Yeah, I love
Good call.
that one.
If you want an oolong black tea crossover, beautiful. Ancient Haze, I love Ancient Haze. I just love, it's so unique. It's got this
So fragrant.
wild craft beer, grapefruit hoppiness, which I think I love. Some people may not, if you don't like that grapefruity note, then it might not be for you, but I love it.
Yeah.
Consort Smile, I think, is
Yeah.
a great one, but like, you know, I could
I'm
list
trying to work out which one is fruitier, Consort Smile or Forest Jam. I think
different
maybe.
fruit, different
Yeah,
kind of
it's
fruit.
true, different fruit.
Consort Smile is a little bit more in the bug bitten territory.
Yeah.
Forest Jam is a little bit sweeter fruits, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. More jammy.
More jammy.
Yeah,
there
more
you
jammy.
go. As that
Bug
would make
bitten, you're
sense.
meaning like more on the geranium-y.
Yeah,
like high
exactly.
notes.
Geraniums and
Yeah.
muscats
Yeah.
as the kind of thing.
Yeah.
Aiden's asking, when can we expect more resin tea trays? I just got a message from Marek saying he's nearly finished. So I'm going to guess not too long. I don't know what that means, but like nearly finished might be a few more weeks, probably.
Yeah.
Yuzme says, will there be a video for Candy Ice Cruncher? Yes, coming out this weekend. So the reason why I put it online early is because I'm going away tomorrow, as you know. So I don't want any risks of any issues. So it is up online. Should we drink Candy Ice Cruncher?
Yes. Honestly, like that last year, I think it gave me a little bit of stomach ache.
Yeah, Candy Ice Cruncher is
Candy
the
ice crunch.
bomb.
Love it.
The bomb. It really is the bomb. Beth7 says, Forest Jam is one of my favorites. Yeah, it is a great one. Thank you, Noel. I just want to thank you, Don, for paying the price of tasting all the froggy tea so we don't have to. It's a privilege to taste only the stellar stuff. That's why we exist. There's plenty of tea out there. So the reason why we exist is to try and curate the absolute best. Castleton is great. We've got another Darjeeling incoming, which is very different, but really good. Will there be a video for, sorry, I've just read that already. Out of sync here as well.
Are you happy with this pot? Or do you want me to go
I'm
for
happy.
something funkier?
I'm happy. Aiden is asking, will we be seeing more Mayleaf wrapper, art, sweatshirts, and tees? Yes, they're all available at merch.mayleaf.com. Merch.mayleaf.com. It's not us who makes them or provides them, but we upload the artwork, and we have Spring is the company. They do good tees. They're good quality. I think they're expensive, but then, you know, don't buy clothes. So like, you know, but like, and we really like, we've got a little bit of profit on it, but very little. I think we make about £5 or something per t-shirt.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's not really anything. Yeah. So if you want to get some merch, then it's merch.mayleaf.com. The can, but we can't talk tasting notes. We can't talk tasting notes because that's going to give away everything in the video, although the tasting notes are all online already. But you know,
just like mouth it and you can write them down. Like, okay, so they just said this.
Yeah, Aiden, I love their sweatshirts as well. That's my go-to. I love their t-shirts, but the sweatshirts, I really love their sweatshirts. Of that company, Spring.
Yeah, so do I.
Any other questions? If you've never had a tea cake, I fancy Playground Rendezvous, but she ain't cheap. Ha ha ha. They ain't cheap, man. That's a kombucha fermented tea. You know, that takes some time and effort to do. Anyway, yeah.
Oh,
Marco.
I feel like Playground now. Damn.
No. Candy Ice Cruncher for the win. I cannot get enough of this tea.
Yeah, actually, I've been kind of.
It is. Cannot get enough. And in the video, I mistakenly say that we haven't sourced a Mung Fei before. We have sourced a Mung Fei. Dram Alchemist was
That's
a Mung
it.
Fei. This is a Mung Fei. I'm not going to say much about it because you got to watch the video, right?
Because he's put all that work.
I put all the work in
it.
for this weekend's video, so I'm not going to do the whole spiel. But this is a Mung Fei 2023 Goose Shoot Raw Pua, and I love it.
We love it.
I love it a lot.
Oh, that tea is really giving me stomachache.
All right, let's
come on.
give this
Help me.
tea pet.
Little beauty tea pet.
You throw that in. I'm going to have to refill this water, but we're running low on this water.
Oh no!
It's all right.
It's okay. It's all right. Everything's all right. Now we don't have to drink that horrible other tea.
Yeah. Your stomach feeling bad?
Yeah, man, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, not good. That's what
How's
happens
your
when you
stomach
lick a
going?
urinal. I'm all right. You're very used to licking urinals,
Oh
clearly.
my.
Have a sniff of candy ice crunch. Give me your tasting notes because I don't know your tasting notes. Can you get the deer t-shirt back in stock? I think we've got some. Don't we have a deer t-shirt
I think so.
in the shop?
Yeah, I think we do.
Write to us. We might be able to find one
Yeah, tell us your
lurking
size.
somewhere. Oh yeah, no, that's not good. That tea.
Oh.
Teapot question: is smaller better? It really depends on how many you're brewing for. If you're brewing solo or for one person, then 100 to 130 I think is great. 150 is perfectly doable. It's still good, but 180 is too much for me. That's my idea.
Oh. Okay, so it's got every time I have it, it has this apple candy thing.
Apple candy, yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a little flutter of like saffron that just like
Yeah.
dives in. But
Yeah.
then it goes back to this kind of cozy environment.
Yeah. Beth is saying,
A
give
bit
us tasting
steam room
notes.
style, but
Give us tasting notes that give the vibe rather than the taste. How about that?
yeah. It's like being in the I'm describing the artwork.
It's all right. You're describing the artwork. I know. She's just like, it's like being in a
That's all
steam
I'm
room.
seeing.
And it's being
I can't describe it otherwise.
it's like being a pig with a toffee apple in your mouth.
It's a very cozy environment. Steam to it. But
It
it has such sweetness, like that candy apple. Okay, getting candy apple. I have to think about what other people have said to me on my team.
but what I really find amazing about this tea is that whilst it has all those warm sweetness to it, it really has this incredible chime gatherer snowy quality to it.
But you smell it straight away from the
Yeah,
dry
I
leaves.
smell it. I smell this ionized air and I just love it.
Ionized air.
It's
Oh,
super like
that's
vibrant.
the word for it then. Okay. Oh,
I can't believe we're doing a candy ice crunch tasting 3 days before the video comes out. But anyway,
yeah, that's crazy.
we're just gonna enjoy it.
That's how put off by the other two were like,
Yeah.
just give me something good now.
It is this for me. This tea evokes memories of stepping out in a snowy mountain on a ski holiday. But then, like walking back in and imagine like you go into this warm, cozy chalet
Yeah.
with like fruit jams bubbling on the stove
Yeah.
and
No,
like
no savories.
caramels.
actually.
Yeah, it's just sweetness and jamminess, and it is just
Yeah.
so good, so damn good.
Yeah, jams and waffles. Ooh, I got my nose. Hi, Mishki. Hi, yeah.
Hey Mish, do you want to say hi to everybody? Any other questions out there? Do you want to see another scary
No, and then the whole thing will
No, look,
turn off.
it's been fine.
Absolutely fine.
We've been good.
Can you tell people about this crazy thing that you showed me the other day about these two atoms?
Oh, the entangled. If you
Yes.
follow quantum,
So cool.
if you follow quantum mechanics, they've recently photographed quantum entangled photons, I think, subatomic particles, and it looks exactly like the yin and yang
It's
symbol. It's just
amazing.
like it's just straight up yin and yang symbol.
I mean,
And it's just amazing, like to me, these quantum entangled particles. Take a picture of it, and it's like this ancient symbol. Go look it up if you're interested.
it blew my mind. It just made everything again. The cycle of life is in everything,
Wisdom of the ancients.
Yeah, and you already knew it. Someone drew it, and it was just part of us. Just don't realize it.
It's one of my things is this merging of ancient philosophy with quantum mechanics. And I know a lot of people raise their eyebrows because they go, "Oh yeah, quantum can explain everything." But honestly, if you really really research quantum, it is absolutely nuts, and it absolutely has so many links to things that have been said in the past. It is incredible, but we're not going to
And it's not
dive
even
into
just
that right
linked
now.
to science, it's like linked to like religions and
Yeah, to
just
the whole, to Vedanta, to to all kinds of ideas that were talked about before.
yeah.
Minus K says, will you have any items from the Yushu family in the future? Yes, we've got some more Yushu family pots that have been delivered to the tea house. I've not actually seen them, to be fair.
Oh,
Which type of tea heals the heart chakra?
the heart
I
chakra.
wouldn't. I wouldn't proclaim
Oh,
to know.
that's a good, interesting one. Someone
Yin
said
and
to me
yang is much
something.
like the charges in an atom. Yeah,
Heart chakra.
we can dive into that if
You
you
know
want
what?
one
I
day.
feel like a good rock oolong, what was that one I've been drinking recently that has rock in it, and the word rock in it. A rock oolong that has the word rock.
Velvet rock?
Velvet rock.
Yeah,
Yes, velvet
maybe.
rock. One of those.
Maybe. Darren, science and religion will become one field of study again. I mean, there definitely needs to be an opening up of what it means to be scientific, not in terms of actually reinventing the word, but actually going back to the original meaning of it, which is to seek truth and test everything, including the things that you believe in the most. But let's talk about that another time.
Interesting.
Best way to store tea from May leaf depends on the tea. Airtight is best, really, if you want to keep it fresh and cool. If you want it to age, then you want some more temperature and you want humidity. Let's just please enjoy that, because it is
Oh,
just
sorry.
blowing
Michigan's
my
giving
head
me
off right now.
give me love
It
love
is amazing.
eyes. Oh my goodness.
It is just the most just mind blowing smell. It's just off the charts smell.
Oh man, it's like a mint and apricot tart. You know, it's got that
Ooh,
mint
I like
freshness.
that. I like that. Yeah. That minty, it's the brightness mixed with all the jamminess that really makes it incredible.
Ah, sounds amazing. Maybe she can have
So
more.
yeah, yeah, there's so much I want to say about science and quantum, but it's just I'm trying to write articles at the moment,
Tartatin?
and this year's game touches upon some of those ones. Working hard on that at the moment.
Elderflower and mint. Sorry, I was just
That's
gonna.
fine. You do that. That's what this is. Me talking nonsense and you adding tasting notes.
Oh, it's lovely. And again, is that saffron just hovering
That little
around?
saffron
Just
spice, yeah.
hovering
It's
around.
incredible. It's an incredible
Yeah,
smelling
I'm
tea.
looking forward to your game. I want to do the game this year because I've missed out on every other one because, my account was the tester account.
Yeah.
So I want to do it this time.
So I did so today I spoke to the dev team about the game, and we're sort of now really in build mode.
Yeah.
I hope
Drawings
that the game
done.
is going to
Good.
launch in October, but that only gives us a few weeks, which is not much time. So we've got to push
Oh my goodness, it's true.
all systems go on the game.
Oh my goodness.
Mark
Oh
is asking if
gosh.
any Shibos are coming. I actually spoke to our sourcing team about that
So
today, saying we need to get more Shibos. So the hunt is out.
Yeah.
The issue with the zippers on the pouches, that should be resolved now. That was an issue with some pouches, but we have spoken harsh words to the producers, and that should be solved. There might be a few stragglers, but it should be solved.
What are you talking about?
The pouches that when you open them, the zipper
Annoyance.
came off.
Yeah.
The attention economy game was actually quite impactful on my way of thought, but I hated the puzzles. Sorry to hear that. It's always the problem. You're always trying to combine gameplay, making it difficult enough, not too difficult. It's always struggling. This year, I don't know. It's going to be different.
I'm not gonna say too much. Cheers.
Oh, yes. 1 hour, 24 minutes into the stream.
Oh my goodness! Finally, we have good
Although
tea.
this was good, but that next level, amazing.
Oh, I totally forgot we had the Yuan Guapian before those horrible Jin Jun Meis. That was
Oh, this is such a great tea. I want to talk tasting notes, but you're going to have to watch the video. If you haven't seen the cover, it is online, but we'll give it a sneak peek.
oh my goodness.
Come on, get behind the cover so it doesn't see our faces. There you go. Come on. Oh, it still sees my face. There you go. Pig in an ice bath with a candy apple. Love it. Bensei asks, what do you think about 100-gram cakes?
Hate them.
There you go.
Sorry, but they're too tight, and it's like it ruins the experience. You stab yourself in the hand. It's just annoying. Doesn't need to be.
Yeah,
like
we
that.
used to do 100-gram cakes, and we both swore we would never do them again.
Every time.
Too tight.
Every time we
Yeah,
stab
too much
ourselves.
injuries. The aftertaste, I want to talk taste so bad. It is incredible. It is an incredible tea. Ooh. Darren,
Yeah.
I agree. The Tao should always be read by someone. It's not
Oh, never want any. I mean, there are some hardcore people out there that just.
Stefan,
Shit.
like everyone's a winner if you take part. Because you gain so much from it, right?
So much knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, the game hopefully this year. What can I say? I'm excited by it, but it is complicated.
Yeah.
I'm somehow making it more and more complicated every year. It's like, oh my gosh, the complication. The team that I spoke to today, they're like, say again? I'm like, and then they have to do that. And then they have to do this. And then they have to do that. And they're like, uh-huh,
Okay, rewind again.
uh-huh, okay, okay.
Yeah, but how can you go down from if you do something, then obviously you're gonna try and top it, whatever you do. Even
See,
washing the dishes, you're
Yeah,
not gonna.
exactly. I have a philosophy in life, which is go all out to make the absolute best version of something when you're doing it, right? And don't think about but I'm not going to do the absolute best because then I've got nothing to improve it
Yeah,
later. Just
yeah.
just go out because you just do it
Yeah, because
and then try to beat it.
yeah, if you don't do the absolute best,
Yeah, exactly.
and it has happened to me before, when I've done artworks and I've been like afterwards going, oh, that wasn't my best moment.
Yeah.
You see it, and then you're annoyed by it, and you spend all that time anyway. So you might as well
Yeah,
call
and
it out.
that you will always there's always something you can improve on.
100%.
There's always something you can improve
Yeah.
on. But just
Beauty
with the
of life,
intention
innit?
to make it the absolute best you can, obviously with the resources you've got, etc.
Sure.
And then try to beat it. I think a lot of there's a sort of this mentality of if you know you can do a series of things, it's like you and your covers, like always try to do the
Yeah.
absolute best you can
Yeah.
and then try to beat it.
Yeah.
That's always a good one. Some prize ideas. Okay, grand prize, all expenses paid live stream. Trip to a live stream. So you want to join us?
Oh,
Could be good. You can drink bad Jin Jun
are
Mei
you
with us.
sure? Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
sure you want to join in on this?
Have you considered doing 2 cake bundles? No. So you want 1, 2, and 5? Is that what you're saying?
Double cake bundle.
Maybe. I don't know.
What do you mean double cake bundle?
Instead of doing, 2 different tea cakes bundles, like a
Yeah,
bundle
that's-
price for 2 different tea cakes. Let me know what you mean by that. If you try to do your absolute best, you're getting better in progress every time. Exactly. You just got to keep pushing it.
Yeah. I had a friend actually at art school that would go all out on his artwork to the point where he would hate it by the end of it. But he was saying to me that he just wanted to just see how far to go to bring it back. So I'm like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
There's a few ways of going about
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah.
what you feel more comfortable in, I guess.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you know you're going to do a series of things, there is a sort of inevitable feeling of save up your best ideas
Sure.
for later, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to just throw them all into one.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't like that
No,
approach. Yeah. Yeah, we'll give you the exclusive men's toilet
Oh,
collection.
have it all.
You can have it all.
Have it all. For free.
Would be nice to have one for aging and one you open. I usually regret not buying two when I really like a tea, but a tong is too much. Okay, I
Yeah,
get
makes
you.
sense. Makes sense.
I get what you're saying. Let me have a think about it. Whoa,
Whoa! Fireworks.
this kettle, when it gets low.
Oh man.
I didn't put it in the review, but it's starting to splutter on me.
Is it turned off because it's gonna keep heating even though there's no water inside?
There you go. All right, everybody. It's a 1 hour and 30 minutes into this live session. 130 plus people are still watching. I'm getting the burps. And what's Darren saying? You should hate everything you did eventually because you should love everything you are doing now. Progress is uncomfortable. Yeah, you get what you're saying. Any other questions before we depart and prep our suitcases for a little jaunt in gay Paris?
Just a little hop
Yeah,
over
a
there.
little train ride to Paris.
Yeah.
Anything we should check out in Paris? Any Parisians in the house? Let us know your suggestions of places to go and visit. We're only there for a day because the other day is Disney.
Yeah.
But, let us know if there's anything that we need to do in Paris.
You sure you want to give away, Brian, a giveaway of this horrible teas? Kidding.
Nobody wants a giveaway of those teas. I'm telling you that.
Wouldn't
right?
do that to you guys anyway.
Adam says, "Stay safe. Paris is dangerous." I always get that feeling in Paris.
Yeah.
You gotta just have a little bit more of your wits about you for sure. But it's a pretty city.
Yeah, I've been spat on. So yeah,
it's
probably
just-
said that a few times, haven't
Yeah.
I? Stuck to me, man.
Stuck to, yeah, clearly, literally. Ba-boom.
Literally.
Cody says Poilène Boulangerie. I guess that's the Poilène sourdough place.
Love a good sourdough.
Yeah, we'll take some pictures and maybe post it on stories for some munch time for sure. There'll definitely be some munching down.
Munch it
Down.
Definitely some munching. Yummy.
Noel wants us to eat crepes for sure. That'll probably happen.
Crepe. I'm pretty good at crepes though, so I
Yeah,
feel
you're
like
pretty
I don't want to spend money on crepe because I can do it.
Yeah, some of the classics, just some bistro food for
Yeah.
sure. Definitely. All right, people. We are going to leave you, and thank you for joining us on this Tuesday. As I said, we'll try to revert back to Wednesday as our standard time
Yeah.
for these events. Events? Can you call them events?
No.
No.
Hangouts.
For these hangouts. There you go.
Yes, hangouts.
Yeah, next Wednesday we're here, right? So
Yes.
it'll probably be next Wednesday.
Yes.
Don't know my favorite restaurant in Paris. I'll tell you when I come back. Hopefully we'll get a chance to munch some good food.
Yeah.
And we will see you. We'll have stories to tell from the great city of Paris and
knows?
Disneyland,
What
I
stories?
guess. Hopefully
Yeah.
not you being spat on again.
If it makes people laugh out there, who doesn't matter.
That's
on.
going to be your approach. Spit on me if
Yeah.
it makes people laugh.
It's all right.
Thank you to
Makes
all the
people
people
happy.
sticking with us to the end. 141 plus people still watching. You guys are amazing. As
Yeah.
always, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. See, I did it. I remembered.
Oh my goodness.
Just so that YouTube knows that people actually should watch this. What do we call it? Hangouts. There we go.
Hangout.
People
Tea
should watch this hangout. And let us know if you have any questions or comments. Throw them in the chat, and
Yeah.
we will see you next week. But make sure that you tune in on Saturday to see the full tasting video of the candy ice cruncher. But
Thanks.
it's available online if you want to check it out already.
Thanks for joining and having tea time with us.
Yeah, apologies that it was a bit urinally. Anyway, love to you all. Take care, and we will see you later.